Dave Bosco, and this is Bosco 411. And today, the biggest question that I get every time is about vehicle repossessions. If you have a question that you want answered here, hit us up on Facebook, or you can put a email, put a request in at bosco411.com. So today we're talking about vehicle repossessions. Okay, everybody gets into some issues from time to time. I am not an attorney, okay? Looking here at some different sites, and I'm going to tell you what I know about it from doing and being involved with repossession companies for over 25 years. So when you finance a car or a truck, okay, you sign what is called a security interest form, okay? That is your bank. That is agreeing that your bank legally can take possession of this if you do not make your payments. You don't want to get into that issue. You don't want to get into that problem because it's going to just add up with a bunch of fees, okay? What should you do if you can't make your payment? Contact your bank, okay? Stay in constant contact with them. When you know that you're going to be late, let them know what your problems are so you can make arrangements and make sure that you're not going to get into the hole. Because the biggest issue is people not staying in contact with their bank. And if you get an adjustment or some type of agreement, make sure they email it to you, send it to you in the mail. Make sure you have something documented about the modification that you're going to be doing. Just don't take anybody's word for it, okay? Voluntarily surrendering your car. That does save you in some fees, but that doesn't say that, oh, I'm not going to get, I turned it in, they're not going to come after me. Now, if you look on some of the websites, you go to, Legal Services of Delaware, they're going to tell you right in the paragraph that, a creditor, in exchange, they can give up some rights. The creditor, waives the right to seek the remaining balance. This is not true. Trust me, okay? 25 years, I know what I'm talking about, okay? A repossession is a repossession, and they can come back with those fees unless, again, you make some type of other agreement. Voluntary repossessions can be good, can be bad, but you want to try to make the payment. Don't just give up on the car. Do you have a right to get the vehicle back? Everybody can get their vehicle back within 15 days. Because after the 15 days, this vehicle is going through a whole nother process. It's going to take you even longer. You're going to owe more money. I'm talking about Delaware, okay? I'm talking about the state of Delaware because they don't even have to notify you that they're coming to get this car. You could be 1 day late and they're going to come get it. You get with the larger finance companies, the larger banks that I used to deal with, well, they're going to give you probably a little bit more time than that, okay? They're going to give you a month or so. If you're in contact with them, they may work some other type of arrangements out. And again, this is Delaware, okay? I'm speaking for Delaware. I have done Maryland, Pennsylvania. I've done 17 different states, but today we're talking about Delaware. So you do have the right to redeem the vehicle. Now, you're going to have additional fees with that. You're going to have a repossession fee. Most likely, they're going to want the remaining balance. So that's why staying in contact and trying to get arrangements is the biggest thing for your finance company. Now you say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to claim bankruptcy and I don't have to worry about this car. Well, there's two ways of doing it. You can claim bankruptcy and you can just say, I don't want the car anymore, and they're going to settle that in bankruptcy. Or you can claim bankruptcy, which will put a stay or don't repo this vehicle until we get everything legally taken care of through the bankruptcy court. You can then possibly, if you file correctly, you can get this vehicle back. Okay, let's say you owe $30,000 on it. The actual value of the car, fair market value of the car, is $25,000. Under bankruptcy laws, they will let you refinance this vehicle at the $25,000 through the bankruptcy court. Now, you're going to get payments through the bankruptcy court for the fair market value of the car. Miss one payment, you're pretty much in the mud. They're going to come get it, and you will not get that vehicle back. if you make that arrangement, make sure the arrangement is something that you can afford. So bankruptcy doesn't help you 100%, but you may be able to keep that vehicle. Uh, well, do they have this legal right to take my car? Yes, they do. It's in the fine print of the paperwork that you signed when you're under the shiny lights of the dealership. That fine print on the back that you can't read without a magnifying glass, read it, because it does tell you a lot of what's going on. Don't just assume anything. They can come get it. They can come get your car if you don't make your payment when it's due. Okay? If you give false or misleading information on your credit application. If your vehicle is seized by a local or state or federal authority and it's not given back to you, they can come get it. If you file a bankruptcy petition or one is filed against you, or if you do not keep the promise of the contract. They can also come pick up your vehicle if you don't have insurance on it. So make sure that you have insurance. If you ever get into these problems and issues, stay in contact with your bank. That is the biggest suggestion I can tell you. Just stay in contact. Try not to get into these problems and issues. People do come through with some hardships. That's understandable. But please remember, it's all about the contact. So make sure that you read the fine print, and hopefully you won't run into these problems. Again, this is all for the state of Delaware. My name is Dave Bosco, and this is Bosco 411. If you like that video, hit the subscribe button. Check out our other videos on the channel.